everyone, and good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in again. This is Angie Ostajic. Welcome to Angie's Talk Show. I'm super excited today because I have such a wonderful man that I'm going to interview on this talk show. So I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in. This talk show will never be possible without you always tuning in and looking at ways to learn and grow. So let's grow and learn together. But before everything, I just want to tell you on why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just talking to Frederic today, and I told him that this talk show is started November 28th, and something that I'm super proud of because I'm a kind of person that sometimes when I start something and I'm not interested anymore or I lost my motivation or interest, I drop everything. But this talk show started on November 28th of 2020, and I never miss a Saturday. So now this is my 16th Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So it's amazing, something that I'm really proud of because most of us start a project and it never continues. So I'm proud that this is what I am wanting to do because I'm passionate. I found my passion. This is my passion, and knowing and being interested and open to know the stories of other people fuels my energy and my growth. So thank you so much. I'm super glad that you are here today. So I want to thank Nompo Malelo, my first guest on my first Angie's Talk Show. So it is amazing. So thank you guys again so much. And the reason why we do this is because we want to help our local businesses and also expand and get creative on how to extend and show the branding of all the entrepreneurs that we have. So especially all the guests that we have, they're all entrepreneurs, business owners, and they've been doing their business for quite a while. So now for locally, stay tuned because I'm going to be introducing you another new business that I came to know, and they have such a wonderful product and services that can help you out, and they're located in Calgary area. So again, if you want to be on the show, please contact me. But just letting you know, I'm fully booked for March and also fully booked for April. So if I gotta get you in, I'm gonna get you in for May. So that's exciting. I'm so happy. So anyways, before going further, I want to thank all our viewers. So with the things that we are doing, I want to thank you, Joe Pasquale, for watching. Hello, Joe. Hello, Jane Vedar and Alan Bryan and Mendros. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. So happy you guys are here. So please continue. If you like what you are watching right now, please share it to everyone so that together we can learn and together we'll grow our business and our lives. So again, without further ado, I'm so excited. I'm going to introduce you my good friend who is such a wonderful man. I never heard and see anyone who worked hard in his business and also in his career. Without further ado, I want to introduce my good friend, Frederic Robinson. So congratulations and thank you for being here. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Frederic, but he's going to tell you also who he is. But number one, what I want to point out, he is an actor. And we're going to find out his journey, a director, a producer, editor, entrepreneur who has worked in the film and television industry for nearly 25 years. So first of all, I want to present my good friend, Frederic Robinson. Thank you so much for being with me, friend.
Thank you so much for having me, Angie. This is what a fabulous platform.
Yes, thank you. So first off, I would love very much to know. This is something that I've been really admiring about the first time I met you. if you guys know, there are times that when you meet someone, you build an instant connection as if you know them forever. And I've been talking to Frederic on the phone, and then finally we get a chance to really see each other in Vancouver. And I said, "Oh my gosh!" When we see each other, it seems that I've known him forever. The connection is instant because there is that entrepreneurship or whatever it is that I can connect with. So tell me, because you've been in the film industry and being an actor for almost 25 years and also in the television, tell us your story. What interests you and your what inspires you to be an actor?
Well, it's interesting. When I was growing up as a kid, I actually grew up in Gibson's, British Columbia, and if you don't know, that is where the Beachcombers filmed. And as a kid, you would see the film crew filming almost every single day somewhere within Gibson's. And I remember watching an episode, and I'd seen the scene. I'd watched them film it, and I'm watching this car go around the corner. And as a kid, I'm like, "Wait a second, that's not around that corner. What happened there? Like that's like a couple miles down the road." And what I was realizing was they were piecing together pieces of the show to make the story, and it wasn't real. And it was like, wow, okay, so you can do that. And the more I was watching, and the more I saw the protagonist in the story, and learn and see what they were doing on set, it always interested me. And I mean, at the time, I didn't even know that's the direction I was going to go, but I'd been around it so much that when I finally got an opportunity to take a film course, I was blown away, and I realized I have been learning about this my entire life, and now I can actually go and do it. And so that's pretty much how it got started. And from that point, acting has always been the thing that has interested me the most. It's been the piece that's been my passion. I love connecting with people, and acting allows you to do that. But my entrepreneurial mind also took me into different areas. So I ended up learning to be a director, and I have and become an editor and a producer. I've worked in casting. I've worked it in a lot of different facets of the film industry, which I think now has made me a better actor because I can see it from all the different angles. And same thing as when I've been editing things, I can see it from the actor's point of view as well. So it has been an incredible journey up to this point. It's definitely had its ups and downs. I won't say this has gone nice and smooth because it hasn't, but I love what I do, and I think that's what really keeps me going.
My goodness, that's amazing. But you are not from BC in the very beginning. Where are you? Like, where you born?
I was born in Winnipeg, so I'm
Oh,
actually from Manitoba.
wow, that is awesome. So, so meaning what you're saying and what I am getting is you are not really kind of like born to be, but because of your environment and what you see on your surrounding guided you to your passion. And once you see it, you got connected with that, and you develop that as you go on. Because there's a lot of kids that they're born with it, but when they're like, when I was young, like I want to be the queen. Like I always want to be queen. So ever since I'm so a princess, I always imagine to be like I'm maybe 3 years old. And by the time like my mom said 2, 3, 4 years old, that's already my kind of like wanting to do. But for you, you just got developed and found your passion by surrounded with your environment. That's fantastic. Yeah. So yes, that's good. So I'm so happy that also you're being producer and editor and writer and everything. It like comes all together and it expanded from what you're passionate of doing. I like that very much. So with all the things that you have done, almost like nearly 25 years, what is the most significant, being an actor, a producer, what's the most significant experience that you have before we're going to go to all those acting that you have? So what's the most significant so far?
I would have to say it was my role on a show that actually films here on Vancouver Island called Chesapeake Shores. And the reason it was so significant is because of the actor that I ended up getting to work with on this show. It's an interesting story. I have to tell you that when I get on set, I get a chill that goes down the back of my spine. Like I
Mhm.
know that I'm in the right place. Like this is my calling. And I remember being told who I was going to be working with, and I wanted to be able to say hello to them before we were actually going to be on set. And I walked onto the set. I saw that he was over there, and he was kind of pacing a bit, and he had his script in hand. And I thought, okay, well, he's in his process. He's trying to, he's just trying to stay focused on his role. But I went up to him, and he doesn't know me. I don't know him. And I just said to him, I'm the fellow you're going to be working with in this scene. I see you're busy, getting yourself set up for this scene. I'm going to be over there, but I'd love to have a moment with you before we go on. And I walked away. And I went and I think I went to the craft place, and I was having a drink there. Next thing you know, I get this tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, and it's him. And his name's Jerry Trimble, probably one of the coolest guys I've ever met. He's worked with so many different people. He was actually in a movie called Heat, working with De Niro and Pacino, and a fabulous fellow. And he said to me, I got to tell you, you respected my process that I just had to come over and get to know you. And we talked for 20 minutes or so before we had to go on set. And when we got onto set, even walking into our scene, it was like we'd known each other for years. It was the coolest relationship I'd had working with an actor. And because of it, the scene couldn't have been done any quicker than I've ever seen. And even the director said to us afterwards, like, what happened there? You guys just sat down, you did your thing. We don't need to do too many takes here. We've got it. And to me, that was key, because we built a relationship in such a very short period of time, but he was willing to have those moments with me, and vice versa, that we were able to create an instant connection. And I'll remember it forever, because it was such an amazing moment for me, being able to really have that moment with him. So yeah, that would be the pinnacle of my acting experience so far, and that was only a couple of years ago.
That is amazing. So I like the fact that you said that is the key. The key is to give the respect, the time that they are like this. It applies to anything in life, business, and in our daily lives, because it goes mutual. You respect them, they respect you, and then you get them interested. You get them interested. And when they get interested, it will be easier for us to connect, because you have given them that first impression that I respect you. And then they'll come back and respect you too. So in business, it's so the same thing. In life, it's so the same thing. I love that. I love that very much. So thank you so much for sharing that. So before we go further, I really want to thank all our viewers. Joe Pasquale from Winnipeg. There you go. So proud to be Winnipegger. Here's your actor, Frederic Robinson from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Alan Brian Mendros, thank you so much. John Balls and Marlene Andres from Calgary. Tony Ostojic and Mylene Beltran. Thank you for watching. Rod from Australia. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. And yes, the next one that I want to ask you is, what are those different a film that you get involved in? Like, what are your films, and how can they access it if they want to go and see your shows or your film that you did as an actor? Uh, can you please name some of those films?
Sure. There was a TV pilot called First Hill. I believe it's online somewhere. I think they even put it on YouTube. Chesapeake Shores, that can be accessed through the Hallmark channel. And it was in that particular one, it was an episode called Back to Nashville. So you can look for that. And I think that might also be on YouTube as well, but I think it also might be on Netflix now. And then there's been a number of short films which you can actually find on YouTube. There was a movie called Stuck. There was a movie called what else did I? Gone. Gone was another. It was an amazing experience because I got to work with a friend of mine. Actually, many might know him, the late Corey Monteith from Glee fame. Fabulous fellow, and he agreed to do this movie with me, and we just had a blast. So I believe that one you can find online as well. There's also a TV show called Dark Waters of Crime, and that one I believe I was in 5 or 6 different episodes. And I think you can find that on YouTube as well. But the other thing you can do is if you actually search my name on IMDb, the films, they're all there, and you'll be able to see the different things I've been involved with. So that's the other place to go.
Okay. I know that you have been with. Are you been a producer with the Survivor, and I think you've been kind of the smartest person. Uh,
Oh,
yes.
well, there's been a number of shows that I have worked with people who have actually ended up becoming friends. Alan Bishop actually is one of the producers of
Mhm.
Survivor and the Canada's Smartest Person, and he's a friend of mine. So I've worked with him on those shows. It's funny. A number of years ago, I actually ended up getting trained in the 3D world when the 3D camera systems were coming up, and I went down to ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, and started to learn 3D. And one of the fellows I actually learned from was a fellow by the name of Marty Bernice, and he was actually the inventor of the Empire Cam that they used in the Star Wars movies. So
Yes.
it was incredible having the opportunity to meet him, work with him, and work with all the crew down there during that time. So there's a lot of people that I've also met in the film industry that have just been so good, like good people. And yeah, I look back at a lot of the things that I've done up to this point, and I think of the people that I've met along the way, and it really has been quite an experience for me.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me more about Dean? Is that Dean?
Oh, Dean Yerk?
Yes, Dean York. Yes, with the Avengers and the Super 8, the Avatar.
Yes, yes. Uh, oh, you know what? It's funny. He actually just shot a movie that he was the director of. I can't think of the movie at the moment, but if people want to know, I can always if you reach out to me, I can find it for you. What a fabulous man! I mean, it was a joy to work with him. And when I was down there, we were going to shoot uh, basically a scene where we were going to be shooting an explosion, and we were using the 3D cameras to do so. And he was the fellow that I was working with on that, and it was humbling because
Mm-hmm.
I tend to you tend to put people on a pedestal in a sense because you just don't want to walk on anybody's toes, but
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like that at all. It was like talking to your best friend as we were doing it, and you never felt that at all. So it was an incredible experience again for me to be able to work with somebody who had done so many things in his life and in his career, and to be working with him on
Mm-hmm.
something. So yeah, it was fabulous.
My gosh, like the your passion of connecting with people, your passion of the film industry, and all these things that you have done take you so far away to connect more with people that you never can dream of, to be connecting and like working with them personally. But I know that you did this large endeavor with the My Life brand. Can you tell me more about that? The My Life brand?
Oh yes. So a number of years ago,
Uh huh.
um, there were. Oh well, actually, this goes right back to 2006.
Mm-hmm.
In that Facebook, okay, was just coming up. Like they'd already put out I guess their test site or their pilot, and you weren't really sure where this was going, and it was getting better and better. Well, I started working for a company called My Life Brand, which was direct competition with Facebook at the time.
Okay.
And so it, obviously Facebook won out, but it was an incredible opportunity because I was shooting a lot of the video for their platform, and I had opportunities to work with so many different people on that in trying to build that site. And it was designed to be a platform where more people would connect. And as you say, Angie, I'm a connector. I always have been. Like when I go to different events, or if I'm, let's say, at a chamber event, I don't even bring business cards. I
Mhm.
am more interested in learning about the people that I'm talking to and seeing how I can help them
Mhm.
than what what I would get out of that event. Because to me, that event is for the other person. It's not for me. And I
Mhm.
have the most fun doing that because if I can help people in any way, that is another, I guess you could say it's another passion of mine. I have always wanted to help people. um, Actually, Angie, funny story, if you don't mind me telling it.
Go
uh,
ahead. Go ahead.
I've had an entrepreneurial mind probably ever since I was a little kid. I really have, because when I was in grade 10, I decided I was going to create a business where I would do a delivery business for this mobile home park for seniors. And I thought this would be a
Mm.
great thing because they don't have the vehicles. They didn't, they weren't getting out. So I'll create this business. And so in my woodshop class, I built a trailer to go behind my bike. And then in metal class, I built the axles and everything else to attach the wheels.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I came up with this slogan, and it
Uh-huh.
was need a delivery, I'm your man. I'll deliver for you and do what I can. Now, right now, I'd go, I don't know what on earth that tag phrase meant when I think about it, because it's like, what was I going to do other than deliveries? But that's, but the thing was, what was funny was I built the trailer, got it all set, and nobody called. But in some ways, I am so glad they didn't, because the trailer wasn't built properly. So if I hit a pothole, the axle would shift and lock the wheel on the trailer, and I'd come to a complete stop like within seconds, because it was so heavy. I don't even think I could have pulled this thing. But the thing is, my mindset was, I want to be able to help these people. I want to be
Mhm.
able to do these deliveries. I saw that I could be of service to them, and that's how that started. So the idea that I'm always getting involved with different things that help people. It's me. I
Mhm.
enjoy doing it. I enjoy helping people, and if I can, I will.
That is so, see, that's what it is. Like in life, we always came somewhere. But it's not about where we came from. It's about where we end up. Do you know what I'm saying? So you were 14 years old, you already have the heart to help. And it's so automatic that you don't even need to think. And it came out so smoothly that in your daily lives, you always find a way to serve. And I love the fact that you go on. I like what you have said, that when you go into some events, that's not your event. This is this other person's event. And I like, and how many people can you meet that they all only go in there and say, what's in it for me? And they will like right away, there's give their card, shake your hand. By the way, this is what I'm selling. This is my company's all about. You see that all the time. But where are these people end up? They end up just there. They never advance. So I like the fact that you go there and build the relationship. Because in my 20 years of experience being an entrepreneur, you always need to build a relationship and get the people's trust. First off, how can I serve you? What can I do for you? It's not about I think of other people first before I think of myself. Because if people knows that, they can smell you from far, far away. And if you only want to put a dollar sign in their forehead, you're gone. They will never forget you. This is what I say to a lot of people. People will never remember your name. Definitely, they will remember how you make them feel. So
Yes.
that's yes. They all will not remember your name, trust me, but they always remember how you make them feel. And that will stay forever. Doesn't matter where you see them again, they will always remember you. And I love the fact that you are confirming all these things that I am believing. That's why you and I can really connect because of our mindset and how we think of things. So that's why it's very important that you need to think about other people first before thinking of yourself because that will come in alignment down the road. I want to thank again Rod Quintinita, again from Australia. Wilma Arias, I believe she is from the Philippines, and Myra Pa. So please, guys, if you're watching, please share it, comment. We'll love to hear you. So before we go farther, I know there's a lot of more things that I'm going to ask you. But first off, I really want to thank making this show possible. I want to thank our great sponsors that were always ready and willing to give us some things. So today, what I'm going to give away, I'm so excited. Phoenix, yeah, I'm always happy to give away something. Phoenix Marketing and Digital Design will give you 10 free designs. So if you really want to try them, contact them. Phoenix Marketing Digital Design. Look at them on Facebook and they will give you free 10 designs for you to use. And when you like what they have to work with, and you can deal with them, but that is free for you. I also want to thank Jane and Clinton Vidar. They're very kind to give you a 30 in their company 30-minute hit. That's the name of the company. 30-minute hit, a high intensity action packed boxing and kickboxing circuit for women. No men allowed, women only. So more than just a workout, a community. So you can have and book your free trial today. Again, that's the company 30-minute hit is from Jane and of course Clinton. So thank you guys so very much for giving those things to our viewers. Henderson, welcome and thank you for coming to our show. Now let's go back. So now this communication and everything in this world, help me out in here, Frederic, in this world of technologies and social media. Including myself, there's a lot of business people, entrepreneurs who spend so much in advertising that this doesn't go nowhere. So, what have you find with all your entrepreneurship experience being an actor, director, and writer? What are your experience in these technology aids and also social media? I find the quality of connection is not there. So I believe you found a platform to engage all the people and for them to connect around the world, that's fueling your career to getting more quality business, because of course you and I knows there's no more mingling, no conferences, no places to go, it's all online. So this is such a crucial time for us to learn how to connect and get those, not only to connect but quality connection. So tell us more about that platform.
Sure, sure. Angie, it's interesting just in having that conversation with you. And you mentioned relationships are the most important. Well, when it comes to acting, relationships are important. The whole industry, relationships are important. And with any of the other ventures that I've been a part of and still do, building a relationship with people is far more important than what somebody does, for example. Because if the relationship is there, business will follow. I mean, if you click with somebody, the sky's the limit because you really enjoy working with each other. And so, when with everything going online, and you think, oh no, well, how are you going to meet people? Well, I ended up getting connected with a platform last year called Be Connected. And it's exactly what that is. It's BEEKONNECTED, Be Connected. And it was the platform for me because it is 100% based on building relationships over business. It's incredible. Like, it's designed to be a one-stop shop for business owners, entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, business owners, CEOs. Um, but they've built an algorithm as part of the platform designed to connect you with the people that you really want to connect with. And it's an AI technology that learns from your experiences. And I'm going to be very silly with this example, but let's just say you fill out your profile, and it's very extensive. You fill out your profile with all the different things about you, all the different things that you're looking for in your business. And let's just say you put in there that you like horses. And I'm being silly because I need you to understand how this works. Let's say that the person you connect with happens to have that very same thing in their profile, and somehow business related, you're connecting, but that piece is always in somebody's profile. The AI technology learns that the tendency is that the people you're going to connect with best have that very same attribute in their profiles, and it will start connecting you with more people like that. So the AI technology is learning, which means the kinds of connections you're wanting, it's going to start finding those for you on a more regular basis. And so far, what I found is when I'm connecting with people on that platform, the people on there genuinely want to know about you and see what kind of business can come out of it between you. It's not all about what can I get, it's what can I give. And the best way to explain it, I think, is I would say a lot of the platforms out there that you join hoping to get business, that's it. It is a platform that you join. Be Connected is a community that you belong to. And and that is the best way to phrase it. It is a community that you belong to because there is the trust that you build with the people on the platform is there. If people are on Be Connected, you know that they're there for the right reason and want to genuinely connect with you and build those relationships first. So I'm very excited having been introduced to it because I've been able to meet people in California that work in the voiceover industry. And as you know, I'm my career, I'm doing more voiceover work, and I started putting in information to find more about who I could talk to with voiceovers, and the people I'm meeting, they already have careers and they're willing to help. It's been fabulous. I love it.
Wow. Well, as I'm listening to you, for example, I love dogs. For example, I love going to the beach, or I love hiking or stuff like that. It's like sounding like if this Be Connected is going to find me those people who gonna get interested doing what I do. It's just like a dating site with entrepreneurs. Like I like that. You know what I
It,
mean? Like,
yes.
okay, they'll find me a date in the entrepreneur world, that we all have the same mindset and we have the same wants. We have something to talk about. It's not like here I am, like, and hoping that somebody will see you, but there's a lot of people who are spamming. So that you cannot like prevent that too as well. So I like that. I like that they will be the one to look on, okay, you're interested. This is the algorithm of you're looking for. These are the people who will be interested to what you're being interested, and so that you guys can talk mutual talk kind of thing, right?
Well, you said it actually in terms of like the dating software. The Be Connected, you can think of it as dating software for the business world, because that's literally what it is. Because when you fill out your profile, it's going to ask you, what is your target market? What is your target age group? The list of questions that they have as you build out your profile is extensive, but it does that on purpose so that when the AI technology starts to connect you with others, it's got enough information from you and about you and
Yeah,
about your business to
yeah.
be able to make those connections. And the
Wow.
other thing, Angie, just because you mentioned it,
Yeah.
one of the nice things about this platform is it is removing spam and people that just want to
Mm.
sell you things, because they've even put in a rating system, and everybody on there strives to be a 5 star. And you can, when somebody pulls up your profile, it'll even show you the people that have already had communication with you. They'll have even written a testimonial about how that conversation went,
Perfect.
so that when you are trying to connect with someone, you can tell whether they are genuine, because you can see how
Mhm.
people have rated the experience with them, because it's a
Mhm.
permission-based system. You have to both be
Definitely.
wanting to connect with each other before a connection is made. So it removes spam.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, if the people want to connect with you and learn more about this, how can they connect with you?
Sure. The easiest thing would be my email address,
Mm-hmm.
which is Frederic, and Frederic is spelled Frederic at fredericrobinson.ca.
Okay. I'm trying to type it here, guys, and see if you can see it. Frederic Frederic Robinson.ca. Okay, I'm trying to type it, guys. If you want to know more about this, because it sounds really interesting. So if you want to connect with Frederic, please connect with him for what he's saying. I love it. I love so far what I'm hearing, and there's more into it. So please connect with him and ask him, because it seems that the sound of it is like a hybrid of social media, LinkedIn, Facebook. It's a hybrid of this, and just making the real connection, which is truly amazing. So by the way, guys, if you don't know, this talk show is being aired in Facebook and also on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe so that you will see all my talk shows in there. So we want to say hi to Jonas from the Philippines. Thank you so much, Jonas. I miss you too, honey. Christine from Quebec. I love you, girl. Nesfil Lorca from LA. I love you. Mar Melendres Porcia. And also to Jane Canlas Vedar. Thank you so very much for watching. And thank you for that giveaway. 30-minute hit. Go ahead and find that so that you can get your free trial in there. And also thank you everyone for making this possible, and this is not possible without you viewers. So we love you very much. Frederic, as I said, there are like if they have any questions, please reach out to Frederic, and he will absolutely connect with you. Trust me, guys, he is wonderful. He is very approachable, and he talk to you. He will talk to you. And I know he's an actor, producer, and working all this, but trust me, he is such an amazing guy. As he said, he is a connector and he is always ready to serve. So message him if you can. But I have this favorite quote of yours. I want you to tell us about your quote because I know it's very important. So I want to want it to come from you. You know, this favorite quote that I want from you.
Would it be, you only live once, so do what you love? Yes.
That's
I
right.
That is something that I just firmly believe in, because just think about this. We are only on this earth for a short period of time. We are a speck of dust, really, in
Mm,
in the whole time frame of the world. It's so small. So to be so if you're not doing what you really want to do, change that. Because as I said, we're just here for such a short period of time. Make sure that you're making your life count.
mm,
You need to be doing what brings you that passion. I can get excited about the film industry, and I always have been. And has it been a struggle? Has it been a journey? Absolutely. But I love every minute of it. That, like, as I said, sending a chill down the back of my spine when I get
mhm,
on set. I live for that. And what you need to be able to do is have that same feeling. So wherever you are in life, try to find that thing that you absolutely love doing, and
mhm.
make sure you do it, because you only live once.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And there was a saying one time, Frederick, that I heard: people start living when they find out that something is wrong. If some, like, they just realize to start living when they found out that something is wrong with them. And for example, like the cancer survivors, they start living their life when they found out something's really wrong, really wrong. So why won't we not change that? Why won't we not start, like Frederick saying, start living your life doing what you love? And of course, I want to ask you this: what
Sure.
keep you going? Because all of us will come into that. What keeps you going when things are tough?
What keeps me going? It's that feeling that I have when I am doing what I love. That chill that I get going down the back of my spine. I mean,
Mhm,
I've said it a few times now,
mhm,
but it is so important to me to be able to feel that that sense of connection, that sense of belonging, that I
mhm,
continue to pursue it no matter what.
mhm.
And what is it? One of the things that I would say is it's dogged perseverance, because I have been going after what I want. And like I said, in terms of the journey, there's tons of ups, but there are tons of downs. But the
Mhm,
through line has always been the passion for the film industry, and the passion for experiencing new things, and knowing that that chill is not far behind. I mean, as I talk about this, I can make that chill happen because it
mhm,
excites me.
mhm,
So because I have that kind of excitement over this industry, it keeps me going. And I just got to keep pushing forward. And any of the adventures that I've got on board with, it has that type of feeling. I need
mhm,
to feel like I am making a difference.
mhm,
And if it's not, I can't do it. I have to feel, um, it has to feel right for
mhm,
me to do anything that I do.
mhm. Yeah, so you feel that joy that fulfill you, and that
Yeah.
joy that really make your like day. And I love the fact that the things that we do is something that we never want to regret, because it's better to do the things that we love other than saying, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. That's something that you're gonna get really stuck if you don't look for what's ahead. And I think it is always your legacy. something bigger than yourself. And I love that. We need to find something that is bigger than ourselves to make our lives matter. Waking up every morning, there must be something bigger. There must be something that we can leave as a legacy. We're coming into the hour, and I would love you very much to give this wonderful message to our viewers, because our viewers are here to be inspired. Our viewers are here to have like something that they long to do, but something the fear is holding them back. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. This is not the perfect timing. There's always like that blocking them into doing what they love doing. Since we're talking about doing the things that you love, keep doing it, or find that passion that you have. So what's your message to our viewers, Frederic?
I don't know why it's coming up now, but there's a quote that I know from Will Smith.
Mhm.
And he was asked once, "What's your plan B if acting doesn't work out?" And he said to them, "There is only plan A. There is no plan B.
Mhm.
Plan B only distracts from plan A." And that's how he lived his life. And I wondered what he meant by that. And what I realized was plan B can distract you to the point where you don't even pursue plan A. So if you know
Mhm.
what I would say to that is make sure that if you do have a plan B, it's not become something that's so distracting and takes all your energy that you never actually go after the real thing that you wanted to go for. Plan
Mhm.
A is important. Plan B is a backup, but plan A is vitally important moving forward.
Mhm. Because that plan A didn't come just like that. It came for a reason. That plan A is there, it came for a reason. And if that reason is strong enough on why you need to pursue, keep pursuing it, because you are so right. Like a lot of people, this is what I see from a lot of entrepreneurs, but there's nothing wrong. I'm not going to judge anybody, but this is what I have seen in my 20 years of being an entrepreneur and being a business owner and self-employed. I have trained so many people. They have 9 to 5 job, and they are coming to join being self-employed. Okay. So what really I've seen, Frederick, is because the 9 to 5 is giving them the guarantee, which is there's nothing wrong. That is maybe their plan A. That's wonderful. But the plan is if you can do 9 to 5 job to put food on the table, then you can go ahead and work part-time on your business career. Now, if you double your income as a 9 to 5 and work hard on being an entrepreneur to have your freedom of time and freedom of finances and double what you're making from your 9 to 5, now will that be something that will definitely consider of doing it full time? But there's so many things happened that gearing towards what you said, they're leaning towards just doing because it's comfortable and leaving their business instead of focusing on growing the business to buy them the time freedom and financial freedom. They will go ahead and gear to what's comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do, right? And
Hmm.
work yourself up into the highest position that you can get. Maybe that will be good if you're not going to be let go, you know what I mean, because you're not in control. But being an entrepreneur, if you work on that, then maybe it will gear you towards that. So I love that fact that you need to exert all your effort to get done into what you really want to do, because you know what, you can feel it inside you. What's important, prioritize it. If it's really good in your like what Frederick said, if you get goosebumps in doing what you love, that must be it. Keep going, keep doing it, because that gives you goosebumps, meaning you're passionate, you love it. So keep going towards that. But if you're dragging yourself to go to work, maybe that's not what it is. Okay. So Try to make a decision. But again, it's totally up to you. Being an entrepreneur is something like Frederick said, there's a lot of downs too. It's not only rainbows. You need to go through all the storms. So before you're going to get to the rainbow, you need to go through the storms. So which is so fun, and learning a lot from all those things. So again, Frederick, I cannot say thank you enough. I cannot express how grateful I am to have you. And please, guys, you connect with Frederick. He'll tell you more about what is the platform that he found that is really connecting him worldwide. If you are a networker, if you're really truly an entrepreneur, and you want to connect around the world and not just consuming your small network, guys, you won't grow if you won't grow your mind. So you need to grow your mind and look at more perspective on how you grow your business, and your business growing with you growing. Your business will not grow if you don't grow with it. Okay, so it's very important, connect with Frederick. And again, guys, we cannot thank you enough for being here in the show. And there's a lot of things and places to go, but you choose to be with us tonight. We're super glad to have you, and hopefully you will support us more and more, share, comment on our shows, and we will keep bringing you people like Frederick to inspire you and also give you and teach you exactly on how their journey went. So again, thank you guys so much. You want to say something, Frederick?
Well, just thank you for everybody being here tonight, and thank you, Angie, for having me. It was wonderful to have this conversation, and I'm sure we'll see you again soon. And Angie's right. I mean, if you feel like reaching out and having a chat, I'll be happy to. Like she said, I'm a networker, and if I can help in any way, I'll be happy to do so.
Beautiful, beautiful. And before we go, I want to thank again Jane and Clinton and also Amy, who is the owner of Phoenix Marketing and Digital Design. Don't forget to contact them to get their freebies and their complimentary. So contact them at 30-minute hit, and also Phoenix Marketing and Digital Design. Thank you, Melissa, for watching. And thank you, Frederick, from the bottom of my heart. It's been a pleasure doing this with you. Good night, everyone. God bless you. And we love you. Thank you very much.